Well, this is it. We're actually trying to escape in our second playthrough. We have done pretty much everything that we needed to do on the first floor for now. It's time to see what is different in this playthrough. Hunters, chilling in the pool. Let's escape them. There are actually 3 of them, and fighting hunters is not the most fun thing to do. Zombies are actually placed a bit differently if you go from the lower side here. They're not grouped in one huge group near the elevator, as if you were going out from the other door. The other door that was locked by a key in our first playthrough, but in this playthrough is instead simply locked from this side. So we don't need any kind of key or anything to unlock it.
Nikolai?
And we just saw Nikolai, which is completely different. He's alive and well and in a completely different place. In fact, we know that he's kind of getting a head start from us. We can go outside to where the bridge was, where we jumped from it, but there's absolutely nothing here that is interesting. There's no options to check, there's no items. And when you return in this room again, there are actually enemies here. The fleas that drain Venus. Who, as I said, are actually quite easy to kill with a mind thrower. But, what was that? Yeah, they even explode. Let's see that again. Yeah, you shouldn't actually shoot at point blank at the wall with a mind thrower. And mind thrower can explode the TNT and barrels and all that stuff. But you shouldn't... Oh, the small thing again. You shouldn't shoot at point blank at the wall with a mind thrower. It's the only weapon in the entire game that actually damages you if you try to do that. It's the same thing as with the usual mines, so as I was saying, the mines' properties, apart from the fact that they explode immediately now and home on enemies, hasn't been changed all that much. There's a lot of gunpowder here, and we can create a huge pile of gunpowder C with it. Which we might actually use to create more freeze rounds. On the other hand though, we don't really need this key, because we didn't open the door, but it had the second option if you remember. Something we could do, something special we could do with it. Let's keep it, but just drop it in the item box for now. Now, I was considering making some freeze rounds, but then I thought something different. Let's actually see how many magnum rounds you can create from this. 24. To be completely and perfectly honest, I still think that making freeze rounds is a much more effective use of 3 gunpowder C mix, but if you prefer using magnum, then you can do that. And in this Steam puzzle room, I'm going to show you something that I didn't show you last time. Now, you see, you can actually skip half of this puzzle. You start doing as normal, but then... So, as you can see, you can just brute force through the Steam. It happens because Steam itself doesn't actually damage Jill nor it creates a special invisible wall kind of thing. All it does is that it puts Jill in a getting damaged animation without actually damaging her. But in this particular instance, doing that doesn't actually put you far enough from the panel that you need to access. So if you repeat the steps that I did, you can still use the panel that the entire puzzle is based upon without actually doing anything, like solving the entire puzzle. So that's a pretty nice trick, which I actually saw again at the Summer Awesome Games Done Quick thing in 2015, and I never knew that this glitch was there. And it actually also doesn't break anything, so there's no reason not to use it at every point. And we might as well heal, because right now we can already go and fight Nemesis. There's nothing else we need to do. So let's heal and go inside. Now obviously we won't meet Nikolai in this room, because we have seen him go in the completely different direction this time around. So we can just use the system disk and fight Nemesis.
Proceeding with operation in the treatment room. Please evacuate immediately. Stars.
So this fight is absolutely the same. As we've seen before. There's again this weird stutter that happens in the patched version of the game. As before, we know that using freeze rounds is pretty good, although... Wow, so much stuttering. Come on! Although I've heard that usually people try to use flame rounds here instead, probably because using freeze rounds, come on, may accidentally spill the acid on Nemesis, which potentially can slow down the fight. But I'm not speedrunning here, I'm just trying to kill him. But other than that, he's really slow in this fight, as you might have noticed, as is this patched version of the game. So fighting him really is really easy with pretty much any set of weapons you have.
Missile attack confirmed. All personnel evacuate immediately.
This particular CGI cutscene probably benefits the most from the re-release, because you can actually clearly see what is happening. You can see Nemesis' body being dropped in the pool below that we will see right now, with bubbles coming out of it. Because in both original PC version and even PlayStation version, which uses a better codec for the CGI cutscenes, it's really difficult to see whatever is going on there. But in here you can actually see specific dead bodies being dropped in the pool and stuff like that, which is much better. Anyway, with this card, we can do a few things, as we know from before. First off, we might as well try and go open the locker where we found the RPG from before. That's actually the reason why we decided to grab the key. Because while we can't use it as a key in this particular playthrough, we can use it as a special small card that is connected to the key. So let's go down and try and actually get the RPG. Okay, let's... what? Am I in the correct spot? Oh, so there's no special message, it actually just says that you can't use it here. I guess you actually need to use this special card key on the lower floor first, before you can grab the RPG. Well... okay then, I guess we can ignore it for now and let's just go and check wherever Nikolai went. Well, zombies are still here, so that bit is the same. Carlos is not calling us here though, so this is different. We know that there's stuff like that, and as you can see, you grab the first aid automatically to the box if you have one slot optional. And it seems that the radar, yes, you can actually have the radar here. We can still grab it. Yeah, let's take it. There's no missile though.
You're still alive. Such persistence.
Nikolai?
Sorry, but there's no escape from here.
Option 2? I guess it was the fight option in this particular case. Well, RPG would have been helpful right now, but we didn't take it. It doesn't seem like we need it with this kind of aim. I mean, we have homing weapon and Nikolai doesn't seem to be shooting all that much, and when he shoots, he misses. Huh. Wonder how long will it take.
Jill, what happened?
Carlos. The choppers.
I guess this is it then. But I don't want to die in a place like this. This isn't over yet. I'm not giving up, Jill. We still have a chance. I am not going to give up. I am not going to give up.
Well, if Carlos doesn't give up, then we shouldn't either then. Okay, let's check if we can find anything else in this location for now. The missile is still not actually coming to hit us, so we have some time. Let's actually do all the steps for grabbing RPG. I mean, again, we probably did it a bit too late. Because using RPG against the chopper might have been a pretty cool thing to do. There are actually several things you can do with a chopper. Oh, and hunters are a bit different now. That's bad. Wow, have you seen it? Hunters actually have this cool animation that they rarely use where they like stick on top of the wall. That's really cool. And we can't do anything with Nemesis' body in the pool, actually. There's no even special comment about that, she just comments on the pool itself that the water is dirty, like she always does. But anyway, as I was saying, you can actually deal with the helicopter in very different ways, and I will show it in an extra video. But RPG might have been useful. It would have probably shot helicopter in one shot or something. Oh, and we forgot to grab this key, this file. Which is actually good because, again, it would have been out of order if we grabbed it earlier. But yeah, I don't think we'll need the rocket launcher. But why not do it if we have some time while Carlos is finding some way to help us escape. Okay, so now when we activated the key here, we can actually grab the RPG in the different room. Note that we will be running through the pool room again, and enemies will respawn. The annoying thing about the kind of room and the enemy configuration in that room is that they respawn, I think, 3 times. Basically in every other room, enemies usually either appear only once or respawn in a different configuration, something like that. But in this specific room, as you can see, hunters, or there are 3 configurations of enemies who can appear here. They will reappear 3 times. The other versions are Drain Daemons and a lot of zombies. Zombies are easiest to deal with, but hunters are probably the hardest. And especially when you go down the elevator, as you've seen, that places hunters in a very not cool spot for you to deal with. Because escaping them when you go from the lower level is much easier. They're all just chilling in the pool. And enemies, if you kill all the enemies, they always respawn in the same configuration. If you've seen the configuration of enemies in any room, that configuration will never change from that on. If you die and load an earlier save, or just to load an earlier save, then configuration can be changed, but if you've seen it, then the game remembers it. Anyway, we have an RPG right now. I don't know why. Really, we tried using it against the final boss last time. It didn't do anything. At least it seemed so. We needed to kill him in a special way. So I don't know why we're even doing this. On the other hand, let's grab Magnum as well, because last time when we fought the final boss, there was a special kind of killing blow animation we could choose in live selection. And since we didn't have Magnum with us, Jill had to grab a Magnum from a dead soldier. Now we have a Magnum and we have an RPG, we have an infinite mine thrower. Maybe Jill won't even go for anything else, she will just, you know, use the weapon that we have in the inventory. That said, things may be completely different, because as we have seen, some story things were very different in this kind of case. And the helicopter that we needed to take has been exploded by us.
Jill!
This is Ship. Over. I've come to retrieve Jill. I can see there's no time left to bring her back. This is the Stars. Please come in, Jill. Here. Are you there to come? Come in.
Hey, he just called your name.
Who could it be?
It doesn't matter. We should tell him where we are. That's it. We've got to find a way out of here. Now!
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Emergency level D. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Well, there's actually someone coming to save us this time around, and that voice did sound familiar in a weird way. I wonder who that might be. Let's grab the file and kill the last remaining zombies here with the mine thrower. I don't think we'll be using a lot of weapons from here on, because, I mean, we know that we can't actually kill the final boss ourselves. We need to use the rail cannon, the file about which we'll find right now, to actually kill the boss. Oh, and we do get Jill's diary, even in New Game Plus, as I was selling. You just need to do whatever I told last time. We know what to do, so let's just activate the rail cannon.
Checking system. Checking battery. Warning, there is not enough power to activate the system.
Okay, we need to activate the system and give it more battery power. We know how.
Battery connected.
Okay, so we're not even trying to fight. Just go and activate the rail cannon. Okay, we have a lot of healing items and we can run around and wait until the rail cannon charges. There's really no problem for us to wait. Let's heal. Actually, check this background out. Just remember how it looks. See it become blurry? That's one of the very few backgrounds in the entire game that still uses the same resolution as the PlayStation version of the game, so it's a much lower resolution.
3, 2, 1,
Wait, he's alive. What the hell? So I guess we need to damage him first. Okay, let's just, I don't know, lure him in.
3, 2, 1, fire.
Seems to be working. Yep, let's just wait until rail cannon finishes him. Next shot will probably be the final one.
System overheating. Enter cooldown mode.
Okay, let's just equip Magnum for his final attempt at our life, and activate the final life selection. It's okay, game. We have our own gun, we can show him stars our own way. Yep, we know, we have our gun.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
But Jill, we have so much gun. Jill, why? Why did you do that? Anyway, the other option would just exit the room. There's no special cutscene, so there's no even reason to try that. And the door locks behind you, so you can't actually go back. Well, anyway, let's just go and see who exactly is here to save us.
Jill, look! Chopper's coming in! Yes!
Thanks, you saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Are you ready to finish this?
It's coming!
Yeah. It's the end.
That's it. Umbrella's going down.
And now we have a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon City. The President and Federal Council have ruled that the Bacillus Terminate operation is the best course of action for this extreme situation, and have since executed. Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
So yeah, we just got saved by Barry Burton, my most favorite character in the series, pretty much. Well, one of those. And this ending we just saw, by the way, is considered the canon ending. The ending we saw last time is actually non-canon. Although what happens to Nikolai is a bit dodgy still. He's still not officially considered dead or alive. But anyway, that was the main second playthrough. I've explained how the story changes work, I've shown a lot of other stuff. There's still some stuff to check, there will be extra videos, there will be a new mode to check that we haven't seen, and new weapons to actually use that we haven't seen before as well. And there's still stuff to show you actually in the game. This game has a lot of things, surprisingly, for a game that can be completed quite fast. And actually after the credits I will show you what you unlock in the PlayStation version of the game when you complete the game once. It's something that doesn't show up on Dreamcast or PC version of the game, so you might not even know that it's there. The music, by the way, is still not synchronized to the credits. It's still synchronized the same way as it was for PlayStation 1, but the credits are longer. After that we'll see the second epilogue when locked, and the rating for this run is still kind of poor, because we did save a lot and the run wasn't too fast. This credit sequence, by the way, is even longer because it first goes through the Windows version, then to the 2006 re-release version. And actually, Keiji Inafune is listed as a producer here. There he goes, executive producer. So there's that. But yeah, we'll see the rating now, and in the next main video, not the extra video, will be solely dedicated to this, a new game mode. But yeah, before that, extra stuff, and see you in the next video.